Now we are in topic SAP HANA update system. In this topic we will learn about how to update SAP HANA system, that is how to update HANA software components, that is database software, client, studio and other application components sitting on top of HANA, and also know how the upgrade program is prepared prior to running it, what are the prerequisites prior to preparing it. So here we are. As I told you, updating SAP HANA means updating system components like SAP HANA database, HANA client, HANA studio, and additional system components like AFL, LC apps, STA, and so on. So we not only update the database component, but at the same time, we should make sure that whenever we update the database component alone, we should also match the client component, studio component, and other dependent components like AFL, LC apps, STA to the same version to avoid any inconsistencies. And to perform this update, SAP has offered two tools. One is SAP HANA Database Lifecycle Manager, also termed as HDB LCM, or HDB UPD program. HDB LCM package is available separately, or when we download the stack, it is present as a part of the stack, and HDB UPD program will be present under HANA database software package. And before we do the update, there are certain prerequisites which must be checked, and those prerequisites are: firstly, we have to download the new software package, and this download can be done manually or using HANA Studio, which does it automatically in the dialog, or we can do it in the background there. And last is by using MOPS, that is maintenance optimizer in SAP Solution Manager. And for that, we should make sure we connect the HANA system to a solution manager, and we configure HANA to be registered in an SLD system, that is System Landscape Directory System, which collects the information of HANA and sends it to LMDB of Solman. And using this information, maintenance optimizer will populate the data required to download the package. And next requirement is business downtime. See, update program runs in downtime, that is it takes the HANA database down and then performs the update, then makes it online. So we should have a business downtime. And next is backup. We should have a latest stable consistent backup before doing the update. And next is about data replication. Any data replication configured in the system must be stopped. And verify valid license key is present or not. And we should have enough file system space to store the package as well as copy the new files coming from the package. And also it makes sense to refer certain SAP notes which would guide us in understanding the upgrade path. So before we do an upgrade, say for example, we want to upgrade from SPS 7 to SPS 9 directly. So we should verify in SAP note whether this update is possible directly, or we should choose an intermediate version and then from there go to SPS 9. So from basically 7, either we have to go to 8 and then to 9. So this must be verified using the appropriate SAP notes offered and then proceeded. And last is about verifying the OS patch update requirement. We should know if the OS version and the library present is suitable for the new software package or not. No doubt when we run the update program or run the LCM tool, the program itself will check for the requirement and it will give a warning if it does not meet the requirement. And we should also note with SPS09, it is possible to do the update using the operating system administrator user, that is SIDADM user. So we can make use of operating system administrator user to perform the update from SPS09 onwards. So after knowing the prerequisites, let us now understand what are the update preparation steps required. As I said, package can be downloaded manually by going to service marketplace using a valid S user. Select the package and download from the support package section. Going to SAP in memory option there and choosing the edition, whether platform or enterprise, and then downloading appropriately. Or otherwise, we can configure the SAP HANA Studio to regularly monitor the service marketplace for any new version release and download the package automatically. So for this, what we can do is can configure a connection from Studio to service marketplace. So for that, what we have to do is we have to add the system in the HANA Studio. Click on the system in the systems view. Go to window on menu bar, choose preferences, choose SAP HANA Lifecycle Management, their service marketplace. And under that, we can select use SMP configuration. Once we use this SMP configuration, we will get a screen where we can enter the host name, that is URL of the service marketplace, which is service.sap.com, and also provide the S user credential. And then we are good to check for updates and download them. So once this is done, we can right click on the system. In the context menu, we can choose lifecycle management and check for available software component updates. So from there, we can choose the version that we want, also choose the components that we want, and skip the components that we don't want, download them and finish. And we should also know that this download process can run in the background as well. To avoid any network breakdown issues, it is better we run it in background, not in foreground. So once the connection is enabled and the download is done, we have the package ready, which can be either stored on the database server itself or in any shared file system, any shared server, and then we are good to start the upgrade. But before doing the upgrade, we have to prepare the package. That is, we have to prepare the archive. For that, there is a script called htblcm underscore prepare.sh. So we have to give it appropriate permissions. Once the permissions are given, we can execute the script with the /htblcm underscore prepare.sh with the appropriate parameters. Parameters would be giving the SAP car and the package location, package directory, and then this prepares the archive for use with the update program or with the HTBLCM tool. So the script outputs a message containing the component root directory to be used with the HANA Database Lifecycle Manager. And then we are good to start with the HANA Lifecycle Manager tool by using the option component underscore root, and we have to give the component root directory. So give /htblcm double hyphen component underscore root is equal to component root directory to perform the update. So with this, we have prepared the archive. Now let us understand how we do the update using HTBUPD or HTBLCM tools. So firstly, I'll start with the HTBUPD program. So this update program is used only for the database software. We should keep this in mind. Unlike HTBLCM tool, HTBUPD tool is used only for updating the database software, not for any other components. We can use HTBUPD for other components like Client Studio as well, but we have to use the appropriate package. We have to select by component, download only for Studio or download only for client, and under that we will have HTBUPD, or we can make use of HTB inst as well. Now coming back to updating the software. So firstly, the requirement is that we have to log in with user root. Once we log in with user root, navigate to data units, HTTP server, Linux x86 directory. Under that, we will have HTTP program present. So issue the HTTP program using /, and then it shows the version of the package from which the HTTP program is called. So from there, next is it shows the present installed systems on the server. And from that, you can choose the index of the system to be upgraded. Here it is 0, which is ABC, which is already present with SPS 7. And then once you issue the key, next would be about giving the inputs about the credentials for SID ADM user and the database user system. And then it checks the installation already present, extracts the software, and updates all the packages present in the database. And finally, it imports delivery units, all the standard delivery units available with the stack, and finishes the upgrade. And log for the upgrade will be in the same location, that is var tmp. There will be a directory under which we can find the htbopd.log file. The present date will be mentioned there. Under that, we can find the htbopd.log file. So this was about using the htbopd program. Let's move on to understand the HTTP LCM tool. So firstly, we will understand the GUI option available with HTTP LCM tool. HTTP LCM can be run on interactive mode or in the GUI mode. Okay. So using HTTP LCM GUI, we can use the graphical user interface. And where is this program available? We have to navigate to data units HTTP LCM Linux x86 directory under the stack downloaded or the installation medium downloaded. So once we navigate under this, we have to choose HTTP LCM GUI program, issue it with /, then we get the GUI. We get the graphical user interface, but prior to running it, make sure you have prepared for launching the GUI, prepared the server for launching the GUI. And once we get the GUI, we have to add the software component location by choosing add component location. And once we have given the location, next we have to select update existing system. Choose the SID from the drop down menu and then select the components which we would like to update. We can select all or select few components, those we want to be updated. And specify the HANA authorization information, that is provide the database user with the appropriate privileges. And we can also define additional properties depending on the components that we have selected. So after specifying all the system properties, we can review the summary and then select update. And then the update process runs and finishes. And then again the log for this will be stored under var tmp with the present date, and we can refer the log for any information needed, or if the update fails, we can refer the log to understand what was the issue and then see if the update has to be repeated, or if the update cannot be repeated, we have to restore the system with the backup that was taken, and then we can rerun the update. At times there could be a problem, a bug with the software package itself. So it makes sense, if there is an error, then we can download the diagnosis files using the emergency support, using the emergency information availability or the option present in the HANA Studio. Download the required diagnosis files and give it to SAP support for providing a solution. Now let's move on to understand using the interactive mode on the operating system with the HTTP LCM tool. This is the option, that is using the program HTTP LCM. Again, for this we have to navigate inside the installation medium, that is the stack, Under data units, choose HTB underscore LCM underscore Linux x86 64 directory and choose the program HTB LCM. Issue it with / option and then select the dedicated software component, or we can select all. We get options to choose all the components or select only individual components which are to be updated. We just have to select the index for choosing different options here, whether all or individual, and then specify the HANA authorization information, that is information of the database user should be supplied. Then we can also define additional properties depending on which components to be selected, and after specifying we can review the summary and then select yes, that is type Y for selecting yes and then press enter. Again the update runs by extracting the software and then updating all the packages and importing the standard delivery units. And once the upgrade is done, again we can find the relevant update.log file in var.tmp location. So we can verify the log again to get any information required. And again, as I said, if the upgrade fails, repeat the update if possible, or use the backup, restore the system and then update. And if needed, take the support from SAP. So with this, we have understood how we update an SAP HANA system.